What is up, YouTube? It is Envy, and I hope all is well on your end. Today's a little bit of a different type of video, a little bit of a story time, just to let you guys know that I got myself a Nintendo Switch 2. I got my pre-order, and I gotta say, with the experience I had with getting the pre-order, I am very, very lucky, very, very blessed, and I know I'm not trying to want to put on hate for people who did not get the Switch 2. It was really difficult to get a Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order, especially if you went online. But I got extremely lucky, and I think I'm pretty much going to be doing the midnight release of my Nintendo Switch 2 over at my local GameStop. And if this video gets enough likes, hey, I might just vlog my midnight release. So what happened when I got my Switch 2 pre-order, and what happened before that? Well, don't laugh at me because I just did not know this, but I knew that there was going to be a Best Buy, Target, and Walmart pre-order midnight session. I thought that was going to be also a GameStop session. I mean, I've always bought a Nintendo. I bought the Switch, and I wanted to get the Switch 2 at GameStop. I just felt like GameStop was like my best store when it came to that. Switch was the first console I ever bought, so I thought Switch 2 could be a great for the GameStop. And I was even watching some Twitch streamers. They were on Target or Best Buy online waiting for that midnight release. And I was even having a browser open for GameStop as well, and sure enough, when midnight struck, GameStop did not release. It was only till after I checked an email that the pre-orders online will be happening at 11 Eastern and not midnight Eastern. This goes to show how smart I truly am and don't pay attention to anything. It's the next morning. I am trying to wait out this Switch 2 pre-order. I had to do something early in the morning, so I had to wake up. Someone had to come over my house for completely different and reasons that I'm probably not going to get into anytime soon. But that got done. I still had time for a Switch 2 pre-order, so it was 10 my time, but 11 rolled around, and there I go online for the GameStop pre-order, and then the GameStop website crashed. And I was waiting for like 15 minutes on GameStop.com, hopefully trying to get a Switch 2. Sure enough, it just kept crashing, and I had stuff to do that day. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Maybe it's not that time. It was right around 10:30. I left my house, and then I got groceries. And then I just thought, I checked my local GameStop through Google Maps. They open at 11, and sadly enough, I was late to the GameStop opening. I thought there was no way in hell that I could get a Switch 2, especially with how the pre-orders were going on. But being like, have some hope in me, or maybe if I can't get my Switch 2, maybe I get some shopping done. Might as well go into the GameStop and go check it out. Now, I did see when I was walking towards that store, I noticed that sign that said there's going to be a certain number of Switch 2s plus Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundles. And I have it written down because I didn't take the photo, but it said that they had 24 Mario Kart World bundles, and then they had 10 Switch 2s. Now, to be quite frank, I was not really interested in getting the Mario Kart World bundle. I prefer the physical copy myself, just like a sense of nostalgia. I really did just want the classic Switch 2. I mean, I got the original Nintendo Switch from 2017 in its original box, no bundle. Might as well get that. It's just an extra $30, and which, by the way, $80 for Mario Kart World. What the hell? There was only one person at the counter, so I was waiting at the line, and then I overheard them saying they have sold the last Mario Kart World bundle. But at the very next second, they did say they had Switch 2s available. Next customer, I was in the line, I was talking to the guy, and sure enough, I got my Switch 2 copy. I did not just get the Switch 2, I got Mario Kart World physical copy and then a Pro Controller. The Pro Controller I'm probably going to just use all the time. That Switch 2 is not leaving the dock. My Switch has not left the dock in over a year, so I'm probably never going to get that Switch out of my dock unless I bring it on over to a friend's place and just hook it up to their TV. So after I confirmed my Switch 2, I was more relieved than ever was. I just gotta say, I mean, the odds were against me. I showed up at my GameStop 30 minutes late. I could assume that there was no line at all. There's 2 GameStops in my town, and I have no idea how long there were Switches available that Thursday, but the one I went to, the one at my mall, they still had Switches within the first 30 minutes of them opening. I don't know if it's like the sign of the time, but I've been seeing like vlogs of people going to their GameStops and pre-ordering their Switches, like having lines. Now, keep in mind, like the smaller towns, they got like 24 Mario Kart World bundles and 10 Switches. Other towns, they've had like 20 Switches and 35 Mario Kart World bundles. So I got the 24 and 10 deal at my GameStop. But the fact of the matter is, it's just like, it's all a matter of luck. And sure, the online orders, they were not the best. They kept on crashing. And even some got canceled if you ordered through Target. I was like, that was like the biggest shock out of the whole Switch 2 pre-order story. But I think I got really, really lucky, and I'm not trying to like gloat or anything, because this was a really difficult pre-order. You'd think by now that Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, they would have the servers for these online pre-orders, but no. Sometimes you just gotta go in like the good old days at your shop and check, just how I did it. However, I just did not get the early treatment. I was just like, my mind was all over the place and just showed up 30 minutes late. So that's overall the story. So on June, we're getting our Switch, we're getting Mario Kart World, we're going to be streaming and making content on Mario Kart World all that weekend. And I might just have some Mario Kart World parties and have some fun with it. I am excited about Mario Kart World, but it's just going to be something incredibly brand new. And I will say that June is going to be a very exciting day in gaming, because not only getting the Switch 2, but other things in the gaming space, for me at least. We're getting Springtrap and Dead by Daylight, Five Nights at Freddy's chapter. It's going to be really exciting. June is going to be a very exciting time, and I hope that gaming for you in June will be very exciting as well. If you guys like these story time sessions, feel free to hit the like button and do not forget to subscribe. And if I get enough likes, I will record me and my midnight release experience. If you guys enjoyed the story time, thanks again. And hopefully you guys did get your Switch 2s, and feel free to let me know how your Switch 2 story was down in the comments section down below. Love to hear your stories. Thanks again for watching, but until then guys, I am out of here.